Hello, and welcome back to Metaphysical Roundtable for your monthly numerology. I'm Jennifer, and I gotta tell you, I have a lot to say in this intro today. Okay, so just bear with me because we're at the end of the year, but we're also at the end of a 9-year cycle. All right, so there's some important things, and we've also had some previews this year to some of the big astrological changes that are going to take place in 2026. Like my cat just like knocking off like all my stuff. This is good. It really is. He's been all over my desk like all day. Yeah. So, the big astrological changes that we have going on next year. Saturn is not a big change, but Saturn is moving from like kind of calm and cool, emotional Pisces and moving into fiery Aries for the next 2 years. So in 2026, when Saturn moves back into Aries, we're going to really see like a very different kind of Saturn. All right. And again, we had a preview of it earlier this year in the summer, along with Neptune. Neptune is moving from watery Pisces into fiery Aries. Now, Neptune rules Pisces. So for the last 14 years, Neptune has been a pretty happy camper. Now he is moving into Aries for 14 years. So the last time this happened was about 164 years ago. So bear that in mind, okay? So Neptune and Aries, I mean, it can be kind of volatile. So this is going to be interesting, all right, to say the least. Then we have Uranus. Uranus moving into Gemini. We had, again, a preview of that earlier this year. So Uranus is going to be in Gemini for the next 7 years, beginning in 2026. So 2026 is a 1 year, the beginning of a new 9-year cycle, and we have all of these big transitions. So again, we've had a nice like year of Pluto being in Aquarius. We've had a preview of what it's going to be like to have Uranus in Gemini, Neptune in Aries, and Saturn in Aries. There are these bigger changes that are coming that are going to be very interesting in how things are going to play out for the next 9 years. And really for the next, Pluto doesn't leave Aquarius until 2044. So it's going to be a minute, right? But this is an important time because we are looking at the end of a 9-year cycle. Look back at your life, look back at just like the last like 18 years or so, and look at the 9-year cycles that have taken place just with you in your personal life, from 2017 until now, because 2017 was a 1 year. Then look back at 2008. That was a 1 year. Take a look at these things and see how things have played out for you during that 9-year cycle. And I know I did. I said I had a lot to say. I do have a lot to say, and I'm not going to keep talking about it. I'm not going to keep harping at it because I'm very excited about the crystal for this month, and you can't really see it in this light. Tiger's eye. She's gorgeous. I mean, really. It's a beautiful, beautiful crystal. So, I picked that for a reason because we are moving into a new 9-year cycle. We're moving into a 1 year in January. And I am very excited about it, but we all need some courage. We all need some courage, and I'm hoping this tiger's eye brings it to us. So let's kick this off, all right? And I'll try to go through the astrology really quickly, but I've been listening to things that people have been telling me, and I've made little notes along the way to tell you what I think is going to happen with some of these squares or trines or whatever, okay? So on the 4th of December, we are starting off the month with full moon in Gemini that hits its peak at 6:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On the 6th and the 7th, we have an important and our last water trine of the year, and maybe our last water trine, especially with these planets for a minute, with Mercury in Scorpio, Jupiter in Cancer, and Saturn in Pisces. Again, Saturn is leaving Pisces, and he's not going to be back for 29 to 30 years. So yeah, we're not going to have this water trine for a while. So again, we have Mercury in Scorpio, Jupiter in Cancer, and Saturn in Pisces. So this is inspiring. There's a lot of inspirational communication. I really love this. I'm really excited about it. And we had this trine also last month in November. On the 8th, we have Mars square Saturn, and this is going to be frustrating. So Mars is obviously the ruler of Aries, and Saturn rules Capricorn. These are two very stubborn signs. I can say that I have Capricorn ascendant, but I mean, one of my dads is a Capricorn. Come on. Like, this is stubborn. So this can be a very frustrating little square here. So for a couple of days, we can have some frustration. Then on the 10th, we have Neptune going direct in Pisces. We also have Mercury opposing Uranus for the second time because, again, this happened in November. So that brings chaotic communication to the table. Spontaneous? That may be a better way to put it. I mean, it's my opinion. I just look at Uranus as the planet of chaos. Uniqueness. Unique. Okay, that's a better way to put it. Unique communication. Let's do that. Yeah. On the 11th, we have Mercury moving into Sagittarius. And remember, Mercury rules the opposing sign to Sagittarius. Mercury rules Gemini. So this is not the happiest place for Mercury. It's not the worst place. That would be Pisces. But it's not comfortable in Sag. But that's okay. It's not going to be there long. So, on the 14th, we have Mars square Neptune. This is confusion about like where we're headed. It's like our destination. Even if it's just a mental destination, or if it's a destination with our work or with our laundry or cleaning our house or just whatever. There's like, it's confusion in what we're focused on and how we're getting there. All right. On the 15th, we have Mars moving into Capricorn, and thank goodness. Oh my gosh, Mars loves being in Capricorn. Oh yeah, so this is so great because Mars in Sagittarius, it's not a bad place. It's not a bad place for Mars, but it's a little flightier than Mars like appreciates. So it's like a little too spontaneous with the frustration, with the anger. Maybe. Yeah, it's a good way to put it. Maybe it's not a good way to put it. I don't know. On the 19th, yes, I was like, I lost my place. On the 19th, we have a new moon in Sagittarius. Unfortunately, this new moon in Sagittarius, which hits its peak at 8:43 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, is square Saturn and Neptune. So manage your expectations with this new moon in Sagittarius. Okay? On the 21st, we have the sun moving into Capricorn. It is also winter solstice. So happy solstice. And Venus is square Saturn. Now, the thing about Venus being square Saturn is that it could give us some false hope with our relationships. So watch out for that, okay? On the 24th, we have Venus moving into Capricorn. Again, hallelujah. And incidentally, Venus is also square Neptune that same day, right before it moves into Capricorn. So when we see Venus square Neptune, even for a minute, it's going to cause tension between the reality and the illusion in our lives. Yeah. On the 30th, we have Mercury square Saturn. So stubborn communication. I know. It's so amazing because this is one of my rulers, and I'm double ruled by Mercury. There's a lot of stuff happening. A lot of stuff happening with Mercury. I mean, the trine is great, but these squares and oppositions, so much fun. Yeah. In all of that, I kind of glazed over the whole Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, but I just want to say happy holidays to everyone. Truly, truly, thank you for making my year back on my channel a fabulous one. So I really, really appreciate you. And whatever it is you're celebrating, happy holidays. And I am looking forward to this new year. Okay, so we are ending the month and the year with 3 planets in Earth plus South Node and the Sun, 3 planets in water plus North Node, 1 planet in fire, and 1 planet in air. Uranus is retrograde in Taurus. Cancer is housing Jupiter, which is also retrograde. Virgo has South Node. Sagittarius has Mercury. Capricorn is hosting the Sun, Mars, and Venus. Lucky. Pluto is firmly in Aquarius. And Pisces has North Node, Saturn, and Neptune. Now, so we just have the 2 planets in retrograde. Uranus and Jupiter. But I want to talk about Tiger's Eye. This Tiger's Eye is the crystal of duality. And let me tell you, this is so pretty. Oh my gosh, so pretty. I have these beautiful towers. I mean, it's just so pretty. And I even have some bracelets. And what I love about the bracelets is it's not particularly shiny, but you can really, really see all the different colors that are in the Tiger's Eye. It's these beautiful browns and golds. And this has a long history, okay? Long history. Most of the information I got is from crystalvaults.com. But this crystal is known as all-seeing, all-knowing eye. With the long history, Egypt compared the Tiger's Eye with, it represented the sun god Ra and the god of growing Geb. I think I'm saying that right. And it was, again, about duality because the sun god and the god of growing, it was representing the sun and the earth. So very, very interesting combination, which we all love here. This was strength, vitality, divine vision, and they even put these crystals in the eyes of like statues for their deities. Kind of cool. Yeah. The Romans used this because they wore it into battle for courage and protection. The Greeks used the Tiger's Eye to reflect back malice or threats to someone that was maybe on a journey or even like a spiritual journey, because this helped them to navigate safely without malice or threats from others. So it reflected back the malice and threats to people that were sending it out to the travelers. Again, even if it was a spiritual travel. So this crystal is very much about courage, integrity, protection, proper use of power, harmony between opposites. So any opposing feelings or people that are in opposition views. This is a wonderful, I think this would be a wonderful crystal for us all to have right now. This is a great crystal for willpower, determination, grounding, clarity, focus, and of course, good luck, prosperity, good fortune, and protecting all of your stuff. So protecting anything that like you own. Because again, this was historically speaking used to protect like your possessions. I almost forgot just two quick things, real fast. My necklace is also a tiger's eye, and it is so pretty. It's I just want you guys to see that. It's in a dragon claw and it's a tiger's eye. And I may be giving this away at the end of the year. I know. Because I'm putting together a little package for a end of the year gift, shall we say? Maybe even a New Year's gift. So keep that in mind when I'm referring to jewelry in the giveaway. And also, the card decks that I am reading from are the usual, the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards and the Moonology Oracle cards by Yasmin Boland. Just wanted to, make sure I touch base on that before I go into everybody's numbers. All right, this has been an extra long intro. Thank you again for all of your support in 2025. This has been quite the journey for me on this channel. So I do appreciate all of you. I really do. So let's get into it and see what the your personal numerology is here at the end of this 9-year and this 9-year cycle. Hello, Life Path 11, you master visionary you. December for you is going to be a 5-month. And I really like this because you're ending a year of changes and transitions, which is the 9-year, with a month of changes. I know. Just keeping you on your toes, Life Path 11. Yeah. So the vibration of the 5 it really is all about changes. It's about being versatile and adaptable during this time of pivotal change. But it's also a time of fun. It's a time of passion. It is a lot of energy. Okay. This is a very energetic time. It's also very social, gregarious, dynamic, and engaging. Now, what I think that is going to be really great about this is because we're moving into this massive holiday month, right? I mean, December is chock full of holidays. Winter solstice, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, New Year's Eve. It's chock full. So I think this is going to be really great on the social aspect. And again, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. This is a wonderful time to explore your talents. This is a wonderful time to study something new because this vibration is very curious and loves to, it loves to take a deep dive into like some interesting subjects. Very adventurous vibration here with the 5. 5 is very spontaneous. It definitely like lives in the moment. Okay. It's kind of interesting. One of my sons is a 5 and I do love the 5 energy for most things. I really do, because sometimes like getting some changes to flow through some of us that are a little more stodgy, it's a good situation. It brings some balance into our lives, because we need a little change up sometimes. The 5 vibration is like a jack of all trades sort of energy. And again, it's pretty constant change. So there's a lot of unpredictable ups and downs that can make it feel like you're on a seesaw, and just being like, okay, what now? What now? And that may be why I just think it's a bad number for someone who has like a business, like a stable business. But really, I think it's a great vibration to be in. And I think it's a great life path number. So there you have that. The mantra of the 5 is, I am energy and creative action, rejuvenating, dynamic, inspiring, and passionate. And I will say it again. This is a very passionate and energetic vibration. And I do think that this, again, this is a good time to explore your talents, to study something new, and just be versatile and adaptable with the changes that are coming your way. The lesson of the 5 is to harness your energy like any successful athlete to give you the freedom to go beyond your imagined limitations. And I will say it is imagined, because most of the limitations that we place on ourselves are imagined within reason. I'm not talking about, like, just all of a sudden saying, I'm going to leap off this building and see what happens. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, again, being reasonable here. And because we have to remember that this is a marathon, not a sprint. So make sure that you are, like, moving at a steady pace, and you're not just trying to use up all this wonderful 5 energy in the first week of December. Give yourself a minute, really. The shadow sides. Difficulty harnessing the energy. Unable to move beyond imagined limitations, which could lead to challenges with changes, self-doubt, and having, like, nervous energy or being really impulsive. And I see this a lot. People get really impulsive when they feel uncomfortable, and that's when most people, like, buy things impulsively. They're looking for something to make them happy, like, really quickly. They feel uncomfortable or they're unhappy in a situation, so they turn to food or shopping, and that's not where we want to be in a month chock full of holidays. Yeah, it wouldn't be good. But come on. I mean, you're the master visionary of the life path numbers, so you're okay. I think this is a vibration that you can really embrace, because you are here to create a new way of communicating with others and to really embrace others where they are. All right, let's see what advice cards we get for you for this month of December. This month of changes. I know. What is it with me and the voices? What is it? Ooh, okay. I always say this name wrong, but I think it's Inning. I'm not sure, but it's beautiful. It's a leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. Wow, that is so perfect for the end of a 9-year and in a 5-month. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. And that is a huge part of your life path number, is creating, or converting dreams into reality, creating a reality from fantasy. Uh-oh. My goodness, I'm just throwing cards around. Okay, love this. New moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. Okay, I probably should go ahead and put my glasses on because I can't. There we go. Like, I can't even see which page I'm on. All right. Bring love into the situation. All right. Aquarius is all about progress and modernity. So this is time to move forwards. The new moon in Aquarius card means no looking back. Change is on its way and it could come quickly. Whether you get the change you want depends both on whether you believe you can have it and how much you're relying on others to bring it to you. This card comes with the suggestion that you may need to do things independently on your own, but be loving and not too pragmatic. Time may be of the essence when this card comes up. Aquarius energy has an electric feel to it. Certainly, there is a sense that you need to let go of the past and move towards your future as soon as possible. Explore the idea that it's not what you know, but whom you know. And with this social time coming up for you and this vibration of a 5 in a month filled with holidays, it could be whom you're meeting. Oh, thank you so much for joining me today, Life Path 11. I hope to see you in the mid-month numerology check-in that I have on this channel. And I also really, really hope to see you in 2026. And until we see each other again, you have a great December and get out there and make your magic. Bye.